G'day everybody, hope you've had a great weekend. I certainly did, and being back at the charts is good because we've seen some solid momentum, really strong momentum. I'm going to show you an intraday trading list that I've put together after doing a full scan and just show you what's come up on my radar for trades this session. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you, let's just break this down a little bit better. We're looking at the Bitcoin here, XBT, on BitMEX. So you can see there's been some fairly solid moves. It was sort of Friday, Saturday, and even over the weekend it wasn't doing too badly at all. Now what I'm showing you here is the weekly. Last week's candle now closing up 10.38%. Now I have heard a bunch of people talk about the fact that we might actually have a head and shoulders top starting to form. Now obviously I don't really stick to any of those old school name terminologies, that sort of thing. Ultimately it is trend, and that's why I'm here to tell you, if you look at it on the weekly, there's a clear higher low. Look, there's a higher low right here to higher high. Very strong, very positive on that weekly. Loving the look of it. Of course, we need to break above this high for it to be completely wiped out. But looking very strong there after last week's performance. What I'd love to see would be another candle like this for this week, but we'll have to wait and see what goes on. Fact of the matter is right now, however, is the Bitcoin's been on a very strong run higher, and if we go across the rest of the market, you'll actually note a few of these top 10s have also done the same. If you look at Ethereum, there is a higher low here now. It's pushed to a higher high. It's in a daily uptrend. The weekly not quite as strong as Bitcoin. It's really lagged behind. It has been Bitcoin dominance for the most part, with a couple of alts having some decent moves as well. Binance here, we've got a higher low. Haven't pushed to a higher high, but the last 3 days have been pretty good. XRP, kind of sleepy, not doing a great deal at all. Solana, well, it's been an absolute ripper. Have a look at this on the weekly now. Clear as day, higher low, very strong, 32% gain last week on Solana, and it's back into a weekly uptrend. It is also in a daily uptrend with this very clean, clear pullback. Anything that comes back on the daily here, I'll be looking to trade if I get the opportunity. Cardano has had a pretty strong few days as well. If we look at the weekly now, having closed up nearly 7%, it's a strong push. It hasn't pushed to a new higher high on that weekly. Doge didn't do a great deal last week, closing up 4.1%. But if we look at the daily, a few good days again. Still not strong enough for my likings. On to DOT next. We do have, again, a strong week on DOT. Up 5%, but as you note, with this being an altcoin, it is still not up as much as Bitcoin. Litecoin the same, up 5.8%, and finally here, Matic had an 18% week, which was a very strong week. And what I'm looking to do here is follow the momentum. So I'm going to take you to the list that I'm watching and stalking right now. I am on these lower time frames at this stage, not paying so much attention to the daily at this moment for these, just looking at these intraday trends. And the 30-minute clear, higher low, higher high, higher low, very nice drive up. I'm looking for a pullback into this cradle zone for a small bullish candle, and I'll be looking to take along there. The 1 hour does have an uptrend with a couple of little pullbacks, so it makes it fine to trade on the 15. Or I don't like I don't like the 15 as much. I do, however, like the 30 back in, maybe even to these old highs, but just anywhere in here if the structure stays clean. On to AVE next. We can see again a higher low, a higher high. If we pull back in, it's a very simple play for me, just looking for a little bullish candle in that zone. The 15, look, I could take it on the 15. I'll probably just keep an eye on it on the 1 hour. I'll just wait and see how it all evolves. Might be the 15 is the better time frame for the convergence across the board, but either way, I'll be watching that. Next up is ACH and Alchemix, I think it's called. Let's look at that 30. What was I looking at here? The 15, clear higher low, pushing up. I'd like to see it come back, but then slow down into here. Again, looking for a little cradle. Onto Cardano next, which is pushed higher. Clear higher low here, higher high. I like this on the 30. So most of these are going to be, for me, plays on the 15, 30, or even 60-minute. But again, waiting to see if we can pull back into this region. Anchor, again, pulling back in quite nicely. The 30-minute fits well. It's got a higher low and a higher high, with the 1 hour also backing it up. The 1 hour could even present the opportunity, but I am focused on the 30 for now. Binance is up next, and Binance is on the 1 hour higher low. Very strong push up to close out the session, and a little pullback into, say, 216, somewhere around here would be a little cradle that I'd be willing to take. Again, onto ENS, Ethereum name serves a higher low on the 1 hour, opens the door for a pullback and a cradle on the 30. That is what I am waiting for. Next up is Gala, same. Simple pullback on the 30. The 15 could be worthy as well. I'll just wait and see which one sets up the best and provides an opportunity. Hopefully we get a heap of them. And finally onto GRT, a higher low, a higher high, a pullback into these old highs would be ideal. A bit of a support region through there. I'd love to see a little cradle in this region. Now, if you're looking at these and going, well, hang on, how are you going to trade them? Well, don't forget, guys, there's a link there that you can jump on. You can either go and buy the course if you wish to, or you can go through the eToro instructions, and I'll leave a link there for you to do so if that's what you'd like to do. It's a pretty simple process. I've got a video that I'll walk through. If you want to get involved, get involved. Otherwise, trade away. Have yourself a great day, and I will be speaking to you again very soon. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.